What is up, YouTubers, gamers and fellow hobbyists, and welcome to this episode of On the Bench with Pete. Now this episode isn't going to be as good as I'd hoped, because the episode that I hoped you would see would be the one I recorded, or at least partly recorded, tried to record. Yesterday was the one you meant to see, and it was all properly organised and set up and that, and now I've kind of done what I had doing for that. To cut a long story short, it got interrupted, and I'll just tell you, I forgot to press record on the camera again, and then it just ruined the whole thing for me. So rather than have a on the bench that's like 10 minutes long, I thought I'd do a proper one. Yesterday I was excuse me, finishing up my pygmies. They're all done now, they're just waiting for varnish, although I'm kind of a bit low on that right now, so they've literally got to go to one side. I'm having an issue on eBay with a seller from varnish, so I'm going to have to bite the bullet and just buy a pot from elsewhere, because you know, I've got to have other things that are going to need varnishing. So anyway, but without further ado, let's get on with this episode, and we'll just, you know, see what we see, take it as we can. Okay, let's get to it. Well, grab yourselves a brush and a model and a cup of tea or coffee or whatever you want, water, whatever, and let's get painting and building. Okay, so here we go then, and as you can see, I'm going to be doing some work on my triumvirate of Ynnead, or at least these two elements, I'm not sure. So I was thinking of doing a metallic-y red film. I'm looking at the box, so I might decide to just go with the box art for you know, a fair chunk of it. But I want to get this cloak done for sure first. On this this one here. If I do the top bit, then when that's dry, I can peel it off and do the underside. That's the plan, anyway. So, give my Screamer Pink a good shake, and talk about what I've been doing today. Well, I've been up, because it's election day today, so I've been up to vote, and I'm happy to see more people there voting than I did last time. I don't know if it's just the time of day before or what could be, of course. I went last time, people getting home from work and stuff, but it was nice to see people voting. Whatever you vote, you know, it's good to see you try and make a difference for what you believe in, and I firmly believe in that. Whatever will be, will be. I'm not going to go into who I voted for. Where's my medium? There we go. Suffice to say, I'm just glad I've done it now. My wife posted hers in, well, she voted on the way to work. She was working today, so yeah. Right. So some glasses on. Select a brush. Now I'm going to look at the box art. Doesn't give too much away. Right, so that's fine. Is there any other brush I could use? That's a dry brush. I don't really want to be using a dry brush. Could use this one, I suppose. Yeah, we'll use this one. Whether it's any good or not, I don't know. Screamer Pink is a lovely pink. It really is. So we'll do that. But anyway, yeah, voting. So I've done the voting. I got myself a pasty on the way home, and that was my breakfast slash lunch. So I'm all set. I'm all set till tea time. That's good. Works for me. Now, I had long periods of silence, I think, in the one yesterday, because I was really, some of the things I was doing yesterday I was really concentrating on, and so it took me a little while to do them. I think at one point I even forgot I was filming. Suffice to say, I was in the zone. I don't think there'll be anything too complicated today. Like I say, I'd set it all up yesterday, so I'm sorry one didn't go out yesterday. It was meant to. I used to do these in advance in many ways. That was better, I think. So yeah, it may be that I go back to doing that. It's a pretty cool looking model though, this. I do like the way the dress flows around her. Yeah, I'm one of those people, sometimes I like to follow box art, sometimes I don't. Maybe it's because I've been poorly lately. I just can't be bothered to think outside the box. I'm sure there'll come a point where I'm thinking, no, I'll do it this way instead, but you know. Yeah, and I'll do all the inside bits after when this layer has dried. So the polling station where we went to vote, it's actually in the church that we're going to be doing our gig in about a week's time, so it's familiar territory. Never thought we'd be voting in a general election this soon though. But there you go. Not that I'm trying to dissuade political talk from my channel, but I don't feel it really serves any purpose hobby wise, so I'm not going to go on about it. I know this is a small brush for doing this. I had a nice synthetic one somewhere. Can I find it? No. Just do a little bit on the inside, much as as I can. Looking quite good. I quite like the look of that. Screamer pink is a nice deep pink. Very awesome. Kind of like my second layer, second coat. Two thin coats, as Duncan would say. From Games Workshop. Because we don't want to obscure any of the lovely detail. Fine, there you go. So, looking good, I would say. I'll take my first sip of tea. Excuse me one moment. Yeah, so Mephiston Red will be the next colour I do. But I'm going to do this guy. I'm also going to do the eyes on my Deathwatch guy, which I wanted to do. Right. Just shut my computer down. So yeah, so now I'm looking at my box art. So Mephiston Red. Okay. Just wash out some brushes a moment. One, two, and three. Okay, so let's give them Mephiston Red a bit of a shake. Still a rainy day here in Plymouth. Raining incessantly. But I'm hoping it'll ease off later. Would you add them in even? I found that brush now. Well, whatever. I'll use this one, I think. Probably way too much. Thin that down again with some Lamea medium. Lamea medium is my new best friend these days. Much better. True, it does mean you'll probably need to use more than one coat, but I would much rather that. Okay, so we're going to go over some red on this guy here. The only reason I put some blue on his cloak yesterday was because some of the parts are, or some of the areas are hard to reach, or they look hard to reach. So, yeah. I'll probably have to keep referring to the box art, because once I know I've kind of committed myself to doing it this way. If I had some ghost tints, I would definitely do a more metallic red than we're doing now. So they like their soul gems, these Eldar, so that's probably what's going to take the longest time on all these models, will be the gemstones. But I would like to try and get it, you know, as good as I can, of course. So as you know, I'm going to be moving my studio around in the near future in order to accommodate some gaming, some much needed gaming, I have to say. It's one of my favourite reds, Mephiston red, you know. I may have to go back in and tidy up some of the cloak. I think this is going to be a challenging angle or two here. Yeah, I'm looking. I thought summer. Where is the summer? Gonna say I'm looking forward to summer if we ever get it. We should be having it now, but we are not. Summer in England. It's a couple of weeks of sun and back to rain. Well, Plymouth anyway. This dude is looking quite good. Quite pleased with the way it's going on. The knuckles on the back of his hand. Get to those. So I've switched to a smaller brush. Or at least a slightly smaller brush. Not actually as straightforward as I first thought it might be, or was hoping it would be. Let's have another look at Mr. Box Art here. Alright. This little shield thing here is red too. Just a couple more angles, difficult to get to, and I'm just trying to, yeah, blast. I thought I would end up hitting its cloak at some point. Ah, well, those are the breaks, you know. Well, that's not too bad, it's not too shabby. Okay, let's try and find a small brush now. tell you something. The main medium makes it a lot easier to get into places like eyes. That's that. Okay. So he will go at his eyes. Not bad. Quite good. Demon Prince. It's not bad. Not bad, not bad. Okay, wash some of these brushes out. Doing alright, it's really coming together. If only I had enough varnish, I could probably clear the desk today of most of the models. But, yeah, there you go. I believe my Militarum Tempestus is pretty much done. I think I did manage to varnish them. A couple of places where I need to put some black dots on the guns, and that's pretty much it. Abaddon black, because I've got my commissars as well. So I used to drill them. Can't drill that well, so can't do it that accurately, so I tend to paint them. Because the results look better to me. plasma pistol. Excellent. Alright, so wash that one out. It really is like trying to find stuff to do. Mop up that red now. So it's a case of, right, okay, I'm happy with them. The Bannerman, yeah, he'll do for me. Could do it some more detail on, but that's the sort of thing I can do at a later date, you know, and I can do it at a later date. And when I run out of models to paint, do you know what I mean? So these can go away, I'm pleased to say. Here. I'll put them in with the Astra Militara. Put them in with these guys. I've also got my scouts in with them, because my scouts are done generically so they can go for any faction, which I think was genius on my part, rather than paint them specifically to factions. Just have a generic camouflage kind of pattern going on. Apply it to anyone then. Okay. This cat here. Grinks. We'll go with Ynnead Darkness for a base coat. Now, I can't quite remember. I'm going to need a Sotek green, aren't I? I believe. Probably I'm going to need that. Ynnead Darkness. Reaper. Might need that. By Darkness, there we go. Probably need that one to highlight. I'll go over his cloak again, this guy here. Right. So, Incubate Darkness. I'm gonna base coat this Grinks with Incubate Darkness. So, with Incubate Darkness, and of course, Lumiere Medium. Then base coat him. Let's base coat him all over, or is it a hair? I don't know. It might be a hair. So it's familiar. We'll have a base coat. Now I'm doing these in a different way to how I did my last triumvirate. I did them one at a time. Almost doing these in the production line fashion, but without the continuity of colours. So I'm kind of just doing them, but I'm not using the same colour for loads of different things. But just looking at the box, I think Incubate Darkness will be a good base coat for this creature. So, yeah. But is there anything else I would like to use Incubate Darkness on? No, not really. No. Okay then. Oh dear me. How are we getting on with this one? Probably dry enough to lift off and do the underskirts, as it were. So we're going to do that. I won't bother thinning it down because it's just the underneath. You're not going to be seeing that much of it anyways. Paint straight onto plastic. See for yourself then. That's my phone. And I realise I haven't even been timing this. That's okay. I tend to have a sort of a rough feel for what an hour should feel like. Be more than sufficient, I feel. I'll stick her back to the holding base a bit later. Let's come back to the Visak. And we'll come back for some Calgar Blue. I don't have a lot left, and it's quite thinned down already. As I tend to do when my paints get towards the end of the bottle, I tend to thin them out. This is good. Looking good. Okay. I think I got quite lucky with that brush stroke. Bit of clean up needed down here. Popular today. Just doing the under bit of the cloak. It's a lovely blue, but pigment wise it's not a pig to cover other colours, but I'd say it goes on to darker colours easier. It does lighter colours. Here's one of them. Okay. Not bad at all. Not bad. Liking that. So there we go. Still got to wait for this one to dry before I can put it back. I'll just see. Getting lots of messages, so I'm going to have to deal with them, I guess. It's alright, just deal with that. And turn off the sound. There you go. Won't be bothered. Now, okay, sorry about that, folks. Real life has a way of interrupting me doing things, but I'm not going to let it. Okay, I've done that. Militarum Tempestus are away, and that's cool. Right, what I want to do on this is the pommel of the sword. I'm going to use Dark Reaper, I think. It looks like a thick, gloopy paint. So, I'm going to be using some Ynnead medium with this for sure. So, just wash out my knackered out brushes. Well, all bar two are knackered. Get some more paper towel. And away we go. Right, pommel of the sword. So Dark Reaper. So lay that down there. Good old Ynnead medium. And then we apply it. The very end is going to be something different too, so I might do that silver. Give it a little bit of symmetry then between the front and the back end of the sword. Yeah, that'll work quite nicely, I think. And then silver on the top. Dark Reaper. I'm also going to do these areas here. So I think it will look better. Right. It's just that when I did this Demon Prince first, I don't know, I just kind of felt he looked too red, I guess. So I'm looking at it and thinking, right, what colours, what do I do? I mean, I could make his straps Dark Reaper as well. In fact, I think I will. Yeah. At least they got some proper colour on there. Yep, that's better. I'll do a hook silver. Yeah, that's good. He's coming on. He's coming on. That's all I'll say. Dark Reaper. doing the end of his like scarf thing here. Well, it's not really a scarf, but they're like tassels that you might find on the end of a scarf. There's his belt there. They're nearly done, these commissars. I think I'll paint the Abaddon black of, what's that skin like? It's like a, well, it's very, very white, isn't it? Very white. We're going in with Abaddon black. And so that's a dry brush. Don't want it. Once again, Lime medium. The inner one's not the problem. So this one, that's the problem. Sure glad I didn't stick it to the base first. Wow. To me that looks like skin there. Difficult to ascertain what is skin and what is not in this model. Looking at the box art, they've covered her skin with black. No, I would have said she's got gloves on, and I mean, it could be a well, tight fitting black suit that she's got on there. Upon real close inspection, that's what it appears to be. It's a gold rings, stripes on her. It's getting problematic. Oh well, all good fun. Alright, we'll see where she's at when she's dry with that one. Looking at what I can do on this guy. I'll lay all the base colours down as far as I can. I'm thinking time for the non-oil. That's what I'm thinking. So we'll give him a complete wash of non oil and then see what we can see. Yeah, non-oil works for me, so lots of spiky bits. And, you know, dark elder are even spikier. Yeah, liking that quite a bit. Yeah, I do like that. That's nice. Trouble is, will it stay like that? That's the thing. Yeah, that's the trouble when you do a wash, isn't it? Got a life of its own. Of course, it'll dry matte, and I'm okay with that. I am actually okay with that. Yeah, so I'm going to let that dry. So I'm going to call it a day here, because I think I've done quite a good bit of work there. Yeah, so I'm going to end it here. So thank you for joining me on this episode of On the Bench. Like I say, it's not the one I'd planned by any means, but yeah, if only I had matte varnish. Oh dear. And I could clear half of this desk right now. But yeah, that's good. I'm okay with that, because I've still managed to do some good work. So thank you for joining me. Remember, all brushes lead to water. I will see you on the next video, and bye for now.